Hi, we're here in the heart of the 4th Council District at Argonne and Stearns, where we have Station 17 and our training center here behind me. And this area has a lot of history for me personally. My dad, Daryl Supernaw, was stationed here at 17s from 1951 to 1971, and our training center here was built in 1964. And to tell us a little bit about it, I have Deputy Chief Rich Brandt here. Welcome, Chief.
Yes, how are you, sir?
Good to see you.
You too.
And tell us a little bit about the history and then what we're doing more recently.
Sure, like you said, your dad actually wasn't trained here. He was trained over on our Peterson site, our old site, but in 1962 we started building this, and I think in 1964 it was completed. And we've had our training here ever since.
Right, so you have the new trainees here who are joining the fire department, then ongoing training for the staff.
Correct.
Existing firefighters. So.
Correct. So over the years, I mean, we try and put academy through every year of about 24 recruits. So they're trained here, and that takes almost up to 6 months to train them. But during that period, the rest of the year, we train our operations personnel. So we can do all kinds of operations here and all kinds of training for every discipline that we have in the fire department.
Chief, I was just wondering, I know my dad was a firefighter, so I know what his attraction was to the department. Can you tell me what is the bond that kind of solidifies the department?
To be honest with you, we all have a servant's heart. It's exciting. It's an exciting career. It's a dangerous career, and I think we live on adrenaline sometimes. But to be honest, the underlying issue is that we can solve somebody's problem, and if we can be a servant, that's the type of people that the fire service attracts. You become a family, but it's because you have that bond. You have that bond with each other, and you just want to make a difference in the community you're at, and it just all brings us together. And everybody that we have here wants to serve, and they want to do the more good for the betterment of the community, to be honest with you.
What is one thing that the viewers may not know about the fire department?
Sure. I think that most people don't realize that we spend a third of our life with our fire family. What ends up happening is you may come in as a rookie not knowing how to cook anything, but I could tell you after 30 years, you're a pretty darn good cook. And not only does your fire family appreciate that, but your family ends up appreciating that too, because you become a pretty good cook.
Thank you. That's a great answer.
Welcome.
We're going to switch topics here right now. We're going to go to the latest innovations that we have in our training. We're going to bring in one of our training captains, Mizell. We wanted to ask you about some of the newer innovations here at the training center.
Okay, some of the new innovations that we have are our air monitoring systems. And what that does for us as firefighters, if we pull up on a structure fire, those air monitors, once the fire is knocked down and is out, we still have to overhaul and pull down the roofs inside. What this air monitoring does, it allows for the firefighters to go inside and actually monitor the air, because there's still the combustibles and all those bad gases inside. So that gives us a barometer of how long we should be in there or if we need to wait. Right. Another tool that we have is they call it a TIC. It's a thermal imaging camera. It allows us with that camera to cut through the smoke and get to an area in the house quickly and efficiently. Also allows us, if one of our guys go down, that we can use that camera and quickly locate them to get them out. And one of the other new pieces of equipment that we have here on the training site is our Draeger flashover container. What that does is it helps when we get new recruits to teach them the basic fundamentals of fire behavior. So we put them in their turnouts with their SCBA, their breathing apparatus on, masked up, and we go inside. We build a fire in the back, and this fire, they get to see it build, come over the top of them, they feel the heat, and they actually get to see it roll over the top and understand some of the fire behavior characteristics before they're even put out in the field, so that they can understand when to back up and when to advance on a fire. So those are some of the tools and equipment that we have, the newest innovations here in Long Beach.
And Captain, just a question about your new recruits. What is the biggest challenge or the biggest hurdle they have to get over in training?
I think one of the biggest hurdles is the equipment that they have to wear, the PPE, the personal protective equipment, and the weight that's associated with that, along with carrying ladders, chainsaws, operating for 6 or 7, 8 hours a day. It's very taxing on your body. So that's something that you can't train until you actually put on that equipment. Mm-hmm. So that's something that we find extremely tough for them to accomplish.
Okay, thanks, Captain. We appreciate that overview.
You're welcome. Thank you.
All right, thank you for watching Go Long Beach, and go forth.